They're going to do the die roll here. We got a 5 and a 6 once again.
Luck on Johnny's side here this weekend. Now green is his favorite color. You see him with that green calculator. And now he's going to draw. We see a lady evenly matched.
Pot of Extravagance.
Pot of Extravagance is perfect.
Main one.
Drawing extra cards will matter a lot.
Pot of Extravagance.
We're going to start things off with Pot of Extravagance, as if you don't activate that as your first card in the main phase, you're never going to be able to play for the rest of that phase. Or that turn, rather.
Certainly, yeah. Pot of Extravagance, great opening, especially when you get to go first. Usually, when you're using a deck with this card, you're going to be
Just the top 6.
filling up your extra deck with 3 copies of all the cards that are important to you that you might want to use with Dogmatic of Punishment, stuff like that. So we can imagine that he's going to maybe have a variety of the thing. Hopefully, he doesn't hit 3 of the same card. I do see a Natis and 2 Garura, but
That's all right.
yeah, it's still, as long as he has other copies of Natis in his extra deck, he'll be good to go. Gets to draw 2 cards, so he'll go to 6 in hand.
Did he draw? Oh, he drew
Temple
the
of the
Temple of the Kings. There it
Yes,
is.
here we go.
There it is. There it is.
Let's see if he can use it turn 1.
Summon Ariana.
Oh, I love to see this card being
Activate
summoned.
Ariana's effect.
One of the best cards in Labrynth, being able to get a trap card out of the deck right away. One of the welcome Labyrinths.
Yep, we'll see what he decides to add with Ariana. I see big welcome Labyrinth in his hand already.
Now, do you want to load up on a variety of traps onto the field, making it more difficult for your opponent to kind of see through what you're trying to do?
I think so. Yeah, I mean, just having multiple ways to access Lovely or Lady from your deck is important, because once you get Lovely and Lady both on the field, it's so strong if he is playing both copies. But he does add, just looks like regular welcome Labyrinth to the hand with that Ariana.
Right here.
Right below, that's the field.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And yeah, just don't forget to position, the correct zones here. Oh, are we going to see it being played? It's just saw it in his hand for a second. We're going to see a set card.
Activate Temple of the Kings.
Here comes Temple of the Kings. So now he's going to be able to activate a trap card to turn it a set.
That is Lady of the Labyrinth, I believe, because the
Labyrinth monster.
Labyrinth monster did activate their effect. So Lady is now able to special summon from hand into defense position.
Possibly.
Taking a moment to consider his options, see if he activates a trap.
I mean, if he activates the trap card right now, that Lady is going to perhaps being able to get another card out.
I'm starting to see his strategy coming all together here.
A Lady does need to chain directly to a normal trap card to get that quick effect.
Chain.
Yep, and there is the chain coming down, so Lady will be able to set a trap from the deck.
Good.
And it's any trap card.
Any trap, any normal trap.
Any normal
right?
trap. Well, that could
Thank goodness it's only normal traps.
Oh,
Wouldn't
of
want to
course,
be
of course,
grabbing
of
some of
course.
those continuous trap cards that seem to really rile people up out there.
But some of the a pointer of the Red Lotus.
What was it again?
Pointer.
Gonna get a pointer, so he's gonna be able to peek at Jonathan's hand, take a card out. Well, both players have revealed their hands. They'll be able to banish a card till they're in phase.
This is very different from a lot of Labyrinth lists I've seen out there. I mean, who would go for this? I thought there was going to be Eradicator, perhaps. But this one giving you hand knowledge and taking away a very crucial card could just end the strategy in the hand already.
Who said this was a slow deck? This is turn 1. He's summoning 3 monsters to the field.
Back to hand.
He's going to be able to use the big welcome Labyrinth. It also bounces the card to the hand, returns to Ariane.
Yeah, with Ariana back in hand, we're going to have a turn 2 or turn 3 setup.
Oh yeah, if you like me too.
And then he gets to resolve. Since a monster left the field because of the trap, he's going to be able to take a card out of his opponent's hand. This is a combo deck, not a trap deck. I didn't know what I had in store. Johnny was like, oh, yeah, my deck's pretty cool. You might want to check it out.
Oh, unfortunately, we hit the Water Enchantress. That's going to allow Jonathan H to keep basically some card advantage there by fetching the Right of Embassy by banishing the card. But we're getting hands, basically cards in the hand being taken out right away.
Yeah, so yeah, now he has to hold the opponent until he adds the right, maybe. So actually kind of a nombo here, taking the Enchantress that might have been one of his targets for the appointer. So it kind of worked against him in a little bit. Definitely not the card you want to see when you're discarding a card, but it did look like he had multiple copies of the Enchantress. So
we're
odds
just
were
going
in
to
his favor.
play it right away.
All right, doesn't want to worry. Maybe he doesn't have to worry about right. Decides to take a peek and see what else might be online for his strategy.
Chain.
Oh, we got to see the chain. This is so good. There's so much value coming from the Lady. Because with nothing set up on the field, it's very difficult to chain a different card to stop the Lady from getting the additional trap cards. We're just getting one trap card after another. It feels like I'm not playing with just the cards in my hand. I'm playing with my entire deck now.
Yep, that's one of the awesome benefits of playing the Labyrinth strategy. See what he decides to set.
also gets a peek at the hand, and that's going to change how things are going to go here. Oh, we're going to get an Eradicator. Well, that's going to take out either all the spells, all the traps, and you know which one it is going to be. Get the look. Now, I believe there's 2,000 damage that you're going to have to pay for the Pointer of the Red Lotus.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It has a little bit of a cost there. Pretty steep, but not too bad for being able to take out a card out of the opponent's hand. Going to set Eradicator.
I don't think Jonathon H has played a single card yet, and all the cards in his hands are already at risk.
So Johnny has to reveal his hand.
Yep.
And so does Jonathon, and then Johnny can pick one out of the hand and banish it to the end of the turn.
Oh no. There is
Jet called by Nightmare Corruptor, Ibly, Water Enchantress, and a Right. So basically 3 copies of Rite of Aramis here. Well, including the Enchantress in the graveyard. I think you either go for Jet or Ibly. I think you just have to go for the Jet here.
Yeah, just take away the entire Spright line. Although the Ibly, if there is a Lingeribo, that could turn into a trap card negation.
Yeah.
But would you wait for the Right to be played, let the token come out, and then just take care of the Fateful Adventure? There's a few different lines that we can see here. Because there's both the Right and the Water Enchantress. You don't have to wait anymore. But of course, the Eradicator might just go for the spells. And there's also a Call by the Grave as well.
Okay. Looks like you're going to banish the Jet.
That resolution of that.
Although if you left the the Ibly, you would link it off into a Sprint. So,
but it looks like
I don't know if you would ever choose to go second after seeing a play
Nope.
like that. It's
No
too
way.
risky. It's way too risky. But maybe there's the mind game right there. Who knows? But I definitely would probably choose to go first after seeing that level of impact.
Looks like a good hand. I see an Ibly, a Right, and a Carrot. And maybe a Twin Twisters even, which looks pretty good here for Jonathon. We'll see how he decides to navigate this hand. Leads with a Rite of Aramis here. That's going to special summon a token with 2,000 attack, 2,000 defense, and let him place a Faithful Adventure from the deck to the field. I'm a big fan of the adventure package.
Oh, yeah?
So good, yeah. I mean, just Right giving you, at minimum, 4,000 damage on the field. You get the token, you get the Griffin Rider, the Draco back for the bounce. Like, it's just so much damage, like, proactively. And then, obviously, Griffin Rider can usually fills the gaps that your strategy has. Like, oh, is your deck weak to Nibiru, like Salomon, great.
Yep.
Well, I can lead with Griffin Rider, and now I don't have to worry about it as much. It kind of makes, it's like a booster shot to whatever deck you're playing.
Absolutely.
When I normal summon, I can get an Eclipse.
I love that card.
Then,
I love getting the Griffin Rider. A little bit of a minor trade-off. A normal summon monster effect can't go off, but that's definitely worth it for me.
It does come up in Spright sometimes. There's like a play where you normal summon, or you get Beaver, and then you can return it to your hand with Swap Frog later on that you summon up Gigantic, and then normal summon it again to use the effect. But yeah, losing the adventure package, you lose that little option.
Now, there's a little bit of a risk here with the token now because of cards like Evenly Matched. Remember, tokens cannot be banished face down. So if the Griffin Rider negate gets used up on an earlier card or was forced out or was removed from the field for whatever reason, that Evenly Match is going to force you to keep that token.
Yep.
That's the risk.
It's so scary. Yeah, anytime I'm playing a token-based deck, scared to leave that token on the field. But yeah, sometimes you just want to make sure you hold that Griffin Rider for
the Evenly.
Yeah, for the Evenly. So it looks like Faithful's going to add Enchantress. Interesting. So this would either lead me to believe he already has Griffin Rider. No, doesn't.
I could, yeah.
And discards the Right. Okay, so it looks like he might be deciding. So he wants to use the Enchantress to go into a Sprint, I think, here. So Water Enchantress has the effect if you control the Adventure token, you can special summon Enchantress from your hand. Not like Griffin Rider, where you just can have no monsters or the token. You have to have the token. But then it's going to normal summon Nightmare Corruptor Ibly and link these two into Spright Sprint. So now we're seeing where he doesn't have the Griffin Rider, but still has this token on the field. So this evenly matched scenario that you're talking about could come into play.
Yep, I 100% agree, though. There is a...
Oh, the Ibly is, though, going to come over.
Yes, that's going to help prevent the Evenly Match right there. But luckily, there isn't going to be a Lingeribo to negate trap cards. That would have been also pretty impactful as well, but that's not occurring here.
True.
This is a new chain.
And also, the
Yeah,
Sprint being in Chain Link 1 makes it also harder to be hit by disruptions from the hand. You can't hit it with an Ash Blossom, but we'll see where this one's going to go.
Yeah, being able to use that Faithful Adventure effect to chain block, to be able to, use the Chain Link 2 Faithful Adventure to add Draco back, great way to protect your effects.
Special 2 Beaver.
So
We got the 2 Beavers.
Angler summons 2 Beavers. Faithful. Did he resolve Faithful?
And then affect the Faithful Adventure. Sorry.
He's going to
Yeah,
use a new
I was
chain
like,
on
don't need to shuffle quite just yet. Gonna
Yeah.
add Draco back.
He could have done it in any of those chains, really, but I guess we're
True.
going to go with the Beaver chain instead. Now, that Ibly does matter, though, even though it's like, we're not seeing like trap card negation from Lingaribo, but that Ibly is going to prevent the welcome Labrynth from going off.
Yeah, Nightmare Corruptor Ibly, a strong, powerful card if you're able to give it to your opponent early. Shuts down strategies like Kastira as well.
Yes.
It's also very useful in a Kastira deck.
Yes, it's very, very defensive, very protective. It can really cut off a lot of the more dangerous cards.
Special summon blue.
And now we get special summon blue from the Gigantic.
Use the effect of blue to search.
Now the Spright has started. It is blue. Blue's probably going to grab Jet.
Things are sparking off on this side.
Yep, it's really electrifying.
I will search for
And
Jet.
now Jet
And then
is going
special summon
to special summon. Let's see what he decides to add. Lots of choices. There's Gamma Burst, Smashers, Starter.
I think if you're going to be going first, Smashers is probably one of the better cards here. Oh, we're going to see Double Cross.
Interesting, especially with the Nightmare Corruptor Ibly already on the field.
Hmm.
Yeah, I do like Smash. Maybe you'd already have Smashers in hand too, but Double Cross not bad. Maybe if Johnny does find a way to get the Ibly off the field. I mean, Battle Phase, turn into attack mode and like attack into one of the opponent's monsters. Like Sprint could help.
Does he,
And
and there's
Double
already a
Cross.
carrot.
Carrot.
Jeez, so Carrot here coming down. Now we're going to see another Linguist as IP or something. Yep, looks like IP Masquerena.
Well, once you get rid of the IP Masquerade, we might reopen up that arrow for the summon. Right now, there's no arrows, so there's going to be no special summoning into an arrow.
Yep, the only thing he'll be able to do Double Cross is throw it underneath that Gigantic Sprite.
I think it's worth it.
It's definitely a strong effect. But yeah, I do think I would have rather had Smashers there. Oh, it looks like this is not the same kind of... Oh, we see one of those old school cards in his hand, Phoenix Wing Wind Blast. I told you he was a Burning Abyss player. Now you see him still... You can take Burning Abyss away from the player, but you can't take the Burning Abyss out of the player. he still lives and breathes it.
This is going to be a very difficult board to break. But maybe if you can clear through the carrot and the double cross, there's still like quite a few things here. There is... We're going to go into attack position.
Yep, he's got to get this Ibly off the field. He has decided. Did draw the Temple of the King, so he will be able to find a way, maybe.
IP.
Well, that is actually really good. You could just immediately just use the cards.
But it looks like going to battle phase is going to force out IP Masquerena effect to go into Crusadia Equimax.
Oh, now the Ibly cannot even attack.
That's crazy. I have not seen this interaction before. This is cool.
That is going to lock a lot of plays out.
Because I mean, this is by design too, by putting that Ibly in that zone, knowing like he's going to summon that Equimax right there. So now I get why I went into Masquerena. That's just incredible.
I was wondering, on the list here, the Crusadia Equimax, how strong is this card? But now I see what's going on. That's a very big Equimax, and also the attack prevention really coming into play now.
Yeah, the monsters that Equimax is pointing to can't attack, but it gains the attack of the monsters it points to. You can use it in Infernoids.
Oh, yeah.
You summon the Infernoids to the zones it points to, you attack with the Equimax, and then you tribute off the Equimax.
It's going to be very difficult. That carrot now is being a very, very oppressive card now.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Johnny didn't maybe lead with Temple of the Kings, just trying to force out the carrot and not worrying about too much. He might still use it now. I guess he can still use it and be like, look, I do have these traps to activate.
And once you get rid of the Gigantic Spright, being the only monster within the the tributing cost for the Spright carrot.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's only rank 2 or anything with a 2 on the field.
Yeah, anything with a 2. So with that, you might be able to open the play for the next turn. But right now, if you don't get rid of that carrot, it's going to be a little bit harder. Or maybe wants to commit more cards onto the turn after. Maybe want to activate 2 cards, so you just have to hold back.
Let's see how it goes. It looks like the activation Temple of Kings is making Jonathon think here.
From what I can see, at most, you can only get rid of... But we are going to see the activation of... I believe that is...
I see.
Oh, so he
Punish. Is that punishment?
Yeah, it is Dogmatic of Punishment. Yeah, so he let the Temple of the Kings resolve, so he's able to activate 1. And carrot negates the effect, right? Yeah, negates the effect of the card, so he won't be able to activate another trap card since he still activated it.
And this is going to cause a destruction. I guess that wouldn't really matter as much. But if it happened on the Temple of the Kings, it would have mattered a little more.
Because, yeah, if you tribute an extra deck monster, you're able to destroy the card as well.
Activate Twin Twister and destroy your
Oh, the Twin Twister coming down.
I'll destroy your 2-step card.
Discarding Draco back, so that Draco back's going to be able to re-equip to the token.
Yep.
Things are looking good here for Jonathon in game number 2. Oh, Destructive Druid Karma Cannon. I love that card. Really powerful this format. Being able to flip all the monsters face down. I know you were one of the people who revealed that card.
Yes, I was.
And I loved how excited you were about it.
I was a big fan of that card, especially because it forces the player with the remaining cards that are still face up, just send them away.
Yeah, it makes the opponent do that, right?
Yes.
So you're able to send things that are normally unaffected by cards still to the graveyard. Really, really powerful card out of Darkwing Blast, I believe, right?
Yes, it was from Darkwing Blast. And you can even merge it with the ninja strategies as well.
Definitely a card you might want to, if you're playing Labrynth, consider at least teching, if not main decking 3 copies of. It's really, really powerful. And it would also get this Ibly face down as well. And send the Equimax to the graveyard. It would get rid of the Equimax and the token. Man, I know Johnny is sad that that card got destroyed. It would have been perfect for the situation he's in.
That Twin Twister came in and saved the day for Jonathon H.
Definitely did.
I mean, it's kind of surprising. I'm seeing people put the Twin Twisters back in, you know, some of the more classic back row removal, Twin Twister, Cosmic
Being
Cyclone.
able to chain, just being able to chain ability from your hand.
Yes.
As opposed to the board, because like now if against like Runic or something, you just activate Lightning Storm, they can chain a Runic spell, summon a Hugin and protect everything.
Exactly.
You're at full this game, correct?
This is going to be very difficult. The carrot is still here. We're having a Spright Jet on the field.
Equimax is going to get really big.
And don't forget, this is actually very clever because he saw that Johnny was going to put the Ibly into attack position. Now, because Ibly has 0 attack, that's a straight open board that is more or less free to attack through. And so there's no defense that comes with this. It's like a two-step play right there.
Yep.
So when I activated this, I chose to put it here.
It looks like he accidentally activated the Draco back from the graveyard on top of one of his cards already.
Oh.
On accident. And he's just like, this can't be in a zone that's already occupied.
That's true. That's true. I mean, that's why you got to be careful with your sleeve color sometimes with the mat.
It's a known card?
Yeah.
Like I know it? It should be.
Yes, you do know
Yeah,
it. It's Spright Double Frost. I searched it with Jet.
Yeah, it's been in that zone this whole time. Easy, just scoot the card over.
Yeah.
Just put it in the wrong place. It's a little bit of sloppiness, but definitely okay.
We did declare the effect of the Draco Bat.
Yeah,
that much
everything's
was
fine.
clear. That much was clear.
Yeah, nothing's changed otherwise. Just talking to the judge for a minute.
The token is 2,000 attack. If we want to look at the damage that is currently on the field.
So Equimax just it only stops the monsters just pointing to him attacking, so he'll still be able to attack with everything else.
We're going to see the adding of a Spright starter from the Jet, I believe.
That is indeed what's happened. Draco back in the right zone.
Activate Draco back.
Draco back effect.
Your face down.
And targeting the last remaining face down.
This is different. I'm just activating the effect of this card to return.
Yeah, to return this to hand, right?
Yeah.
How is Johnny going to respond to this one?
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of in a tough spot. If he uses the carrot's just going to be able to negate it, but he might want to get the carrot off the field. Not as easy to bring back with Spright Elf gone now. And it does look like he's going to chain Phoenix Wing Wind Blast.
Love this card. It activates, targets a card on the field, and puts it back to the top of the deck.
It's an old one, but a good one. Out of Flaming Eternity originally.
That is
many
years ago.
I mean, that's when the Sacred Phoenix came out. I think it might have been on a later set, but the Sacred Phoenix is at least out in Flaming Eternity.
I think it was one of my favorite cards back in 2008. Kind of showing my age there, but
Return this to the top.
it's one of the better non-destruction removals back in the day.
Yeah, and just putting cards on top of the deck, if you didn't have a way to shuffle your deck, sometimes just having to draw that same card. Like if you just set one back row and pass, and they in-phase Wing Blast your card to the top, you're just drawing, and you're just so far behind.
Yeah, it just feels like you just skipped their turn.
But that's the cool thing about Labrynth is since the lady's able to set any normal trap from your deck, you can tech your deck out with all sorts of trap cards that'll be good in a variety of scenarios and still be able to access them.
Okay, I'm going to chain to its effect.
Oh.
I'm going to activate Spright Starter, and I'm going to special summon Carrot.
And we're just going to see the Spright starter. I would just re-summon out that carrot.
Because it went to the top.
It went to the top of the deck, so we knew where it was.
That is so funny. I didn't even think about it. Even though you probably only play one, it's still back in the deck, so you can just restarter it out. That's so
Yeah, oh my. In terms of damage now, you got Equimax combined with the Jet. That's only one.
It's 3,300 because it's
3,300?
I'll attack with that.
That's going to be straight damage because Ibly has 0 attack and defense.
33,
Yep.
47.
And then I'll attack for
Another
1,000,
1,000
and then
from
another 2,000.
the carrot, another 2,000. Oh, wait, hold on. We have something
I'll,
being
use
activated.
its effect to negate.
And
All right, so the carrot's going to
1,000,
negate.
and then another
that was is that the welcome?
Yep, it looks like Welcome
Actually, I
Labyrinth.
can't do that.
That got negated.
Because you can only use 1 effect per turn.
Okay, so it's still set.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so since he used the
Oh.
graveyard effect, he's not going to be able to use the on-field effect.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to go back down. And
Yeah, that is 1 effect once per turn.
Yep. Well, you got to always double check. Is it each effect once a turn or one effect?
Or is
per
it like
turn?
you can't activate it when it's the turn it's sent to the river, you can't put it back out, but I guess maybe it's like 1 effect once per turn.
Mhm.
M2.
It's quite a bit of
We
damage.
just lost 6,300.
Yeah, well, that's 17 to a
So
7,000.
Johnny has 1,700 life points left.
I think
Think
the
two.
oh, we're gonna link away the
Maybe
card now.
going
I guess
for
the
access code just to try and take out the.
but starter has been played.
Oh, yeah,
we
starter,
can't-
yeah,
We
so
can't,
you
we can't
can't-
get into it just yet. But if you can link it
Is
down,
it League 2?
I already used it. I don't have a valid target.
He
Oh,
doesn't
he
have
doesn't
another
have
link 2 in
another
his extra deck. That's all right.
You don't have valid target? A Link 2 valid target?
That's right. So I'm just gonna
It looks like there's a lot of Exceeds monsters in there. He's already
use
used.
the effect
He only uses 1 copy of Sprite's Friend.
Water enchantment
only
from
1
grave.
copy. I mean, you know what? Sometimes
Banish
it's
the
enough. Okay, we're gonna see the Water Enchantress being banished from the graveyard for the effect to search for the right of Hermes, either from the, or you can just get it from the graveyard.
Yep. Not too bad. So there's some merit to playing 1 right atmosphere because you can always just add it back. But then if it gets banished, you're a little toast.
Yeah, that's a bit tight there.
Okay. Okay, sure.
You haven't got any other though, right?
Not before now.
And they're just
For summoning, no.
The only reason
there's
I asked
more
is
stuff
because
to
you get in
consider
trouble
that's
with-
happening on right
Yeah,
now.
no,
I don't want you to get in
if you
trouble.
responded, that would have been a problem. So I get
Oh, I
that.
just don't want you to get in trouble, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
So
the card is being added to hand right at Hermes here.
All right, and then I'm going to use Faithful Adventure to search.
A Fateful Adventure has been activated to add a card to hand.
Gonna grab Griffin Rider.
That's going to be double negation on
And
the
then I have to
field
discard
here.
1.
One to take care of the one
Then
set
I'm
in
gonna
the
use
spell
one
and
on
trap
Griffin Rider's
zone,
effect to special summon.
and 1 for anything else.
It's my turn.
Yep. So even though
You're
he's
right, I
locked
did.
into level 2s and lowers because of Sprite Starter, he'll be able to summon Griffin Rider during the Johnny's main phase. So Johnny will have a first action before the Griffin Rider can come down. But it's definitely still good to get that monster out there. And then the carrot's also going to be able to negate since he has a jet on the field as well.
Yes. I feel like we're just going to be looping the carrot constantly. Just keep on providing fuel for that carrot.
Stand by me one.
Yep.
I wonder what was the top deck. Maybe can Johnny get out of this?
Just
one?
looks like another copy of Welcome Labyrinth. I don't
Actually-
think that's going to be enough, but
I'm going to chain Carrot to negate.
And carrot has been chained to the Welcome Labyrinth.
Now he
if you
can-
don't have anything to Carrot, I have something.
I do not.
so now he's going to
I
summon
can
Griffin
attack
Rider.
to Griffin
Yep.
Rider.
That's good.
That is going to prevent the next trap card from being activated thanks to Temple of the Kings.
Get your
I'm surprised the token stayed on the field for so long.
2000's a lot. I mean, I think that Nightmare Corruptor Italy made sure like he was going to ever be able to summon anything to really destroy it by battle. This should be enough. He's going to be able to use Griffin Rider. Yeah, negate, back for
And
game.
yeah, that's it for this game too.
Anticipation. I just want to see something cool here from this Labyrinth deck.
Yes. Oh,
Is that
Temple of the Kings again?
Pin. He's just it's stuck in his hand. And there's Big Welcome Labyrinth.
Oh,
Is that Ariane? Oh no,
I
that looks like
can't-
Lady maybe.
oh, if it's Lady, it's still very good. With Temple of the Kings, you could just immediately just play it onto the field.
You're good.
All right, let's see how he's going to do. Terrors of the Overroot. A really cool. Is Overroot? I know there's an Underroot and an Overroot. I always got to make
Yes.
sure. But Terrors of the Overroot.
Overroot.
Really cool trap card. Lets you swap cards on your opponent's field with a card in their graveyard. So you take something
Yeah,
useless
all right.
and swap from their graveyard and swap it with something effective on the field. So Temple of the Kings coming down for the third game in a row here for Johnny. And now he's going to set a card face down. Let's see if he decides to activate it. And he does. It's Big Welcome Labyrinth.
Big Welcome Labyrinth.
Big welcome. I'm gonna.
Is there a response from Jonathon H?
special summon from your deck, right?
No.
it
You
comes
get the
from
special summon
anywhere
from the
in
deck, or
Okay,
you
Temple.
also get the special summon from the graveyard as well for Big Welcome Labyrinth.
All right. I am.
Thinking about using Ash Blossom. Yep,
Ash
Ash Blossom.
Blossom.
Pretty big here.
That puts it into the graveyard. It does have a graveyard effect as well. If you control a fiend monster, you get to return, I believe, one of your own monsters back into your hand. But if you control a level 8, you get to just return one of your opponent's cards.
Yeah, definitely a cool one.
Wonder how this one's actually going to play out now. It's set 2 and pass turn.
Oh, it looks like maybe that's a cuckoo clock in his hand. I couldn't tell, but yeah, it's definitely a Labrynth card that I couldn't see. Not an Ariana, because he would have summoned it for sure.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
All right, not the same kind of start. That Ash Blossom really stymieing Johnny's turn here.
Got the Foolish Burial.
Platinum rare.
Good.
That's the hardest to tell rarity difficulty right here.
Water Enchantress.
Okay, we got Water Enchantress up into the graveyard.
I like Foolish Burial. I mean, I play in Master Duel because Sprite Sprint's not in Master Duel yet, so I can still Foolish Burial Angler and get the 2 levels. But in Adventure Sprite, you have that option. Do you want Angler? Do you want to get your Adventure package online and send a Water Enchantress to the graveyard? Really versatile card and the Sprite strategy. I'm a big fan. I mean, it's one of the most powerful cards of all time.
I love that card.
It's Foolish.
When did it come out?
I'm gonna attempt
Is it from a structure deck?
Yeah, it was a structure deck quite some time ago. Yeah, it's been a while though.
Yep.
So, looks like he's going to immediately activate Rite of Aramis here.
Yes. The token has been summoned onto the field, and Fateful not glued to the hand. We get to bring it straight from the deck, place it onto the field. I believe the wording is place it on the field, which is different from activating it from the deck, which would be restricted by cards like Anti-Spell Fragrance.
Yep, definitely.
You have to control it.
Being able to place is huge. Because, I mean, it also means, like, when you activate Rite, there's no point you can Ash Blossom. You can Ash Blossom the Water Enchantress, but you can't Ash Blossom the Rite of Aramis here because you're just special summoning a token and placing that card. You're not special summoning anything from your deck or anything, so it's kind of really cool that way.
Go for it.
So, going to add Wandering Griffin Rider to the hand.
And one of the fun things that you can do with the Fateful Adventure is if you did open with like Nimble Angler, you can use the send to the graveyard part of the Fateful Adventure to put the Angler into the graveyard, and you just get 2 more monsters. Just keep on rolling.
That's the synergy between these 2 strategies, the Adventure and Sprite strategy together.
I think Johnny's feeling the impact here. Oh, we're going to see a Dogmatica Punishment.
You're chaining to the summon.
Yeah, he's chaining to the. So Jonathon is revealing Wandering Griffin Rider, and now Johnny's going to chain Dogmatica Punishment.
This is really good. This is going to make a big impact because the Griffin Rider does need the token for the negation.
And now he's going to be able to send Natis to also destroy the Griffin Rider, so he's not going to have that body on the field to go into something like Sprite Sprint.
Yes.
I'm first. I'm going to chain this to add a de-equip spell.
That's going to be
This would be Chain Link 1, right?
This is
a new chain link.
Oh, so you're going to trigger his Fatal Adventure to add the Draco back. Not the biggest of deals here since there's no token on the field. Nothing really changes. Going to be able to use Dogmatica Punishment. Still to send Natis.
3.
I see another Ash Blossom in Jonathon H's hand.
And what is Natis targeting? Does it target?
Yes, it does target.
After the punishment resolves, it does target.
Target this.
Well, we're just going to take it out. We're just going to take out the Fateful Adventure.
Could I read Natis? I thought it was a monster.
It's
Oh, the Natis is on this chain link. Okay, yeah, there's this chain link. So, chain link 1, Fatal Adventure, chain link 2, Natis.
Faithful?
Yeah.
So he's going to destroy the Fatal Adventure, so he's not going to be able to add Draco back to the hand.
Right. Normal summon Jet.
Normal summon out a Sprite Jet.
Normal summon, 2 in hand.
Now there's a level 2 and any other level monster that could give access to the extra deck, but we're going to see if this is going to be disrupted here.
It looks like it is. It's going to be Terrors of the Overroot.
Oh,
going to be able to swap it out with a card in the graveyard.
Such a strange card. Swapping.
It is.
Swapping a card from the graveyard from the field, and it could be either monster or monsters or spell or traps.
Yep.
And this
So he's going to swap for Ash.
I gotta be careful with the Ash, but that really depends if we're gonna see a Baron. That is level 7 after all.
And now the Griffin Rider is going to be able to sneak in for 2,000 points of damage.
This is actually really good. Considering that was a normal summon out, it tells a lot that is in Jonathon H's hand.
Oh, he needed something good here and just got the Lightning Storm. He definitely was looking for a Welcome Labrynth or something.
And with the Lightning Storm, there's no possible way to activate it while the Temple of the King is face up on the field. That has been unfortunate.
That is true. I mean, just destroying the Griffin Rider wouldn't do too much anyway. But yeah, the downside of the Temple of the Kings, that's rough. Another, is that a third?
Third Ash? I don't think there's much of any play here, but let's see if he's going to flip that
Does he play
Ash.
Baron? That would be crazy if he has Baron in his extra deck. It doesn't look like it.
Doesn't look like it. But there is a way. We're going to...
He has Spright Blue.
Spright Blue.
That's a level 2, so he's going to probably use his Ash to go into Sprint.
Keeping that damage from the Griffin Rider. We're going to see the Sprint now.
Effective Spright Sprint.
Oh, that's going to...
It actually paid off that he took out the Faithful Adventure over the Griffin Rider, because if that Faithful was still on the field, it would have been able to get Enchantress, go into another copy of Right, and then summon a token, and still have that Draco back access as well. So it definitely paid off that he took out the Faithful Adventure instead of the Griffin Rider here.
Anything on Summon of Beavers?
I mean, I feel like Faithful Adventure is like one of the most misleading cards, because it is... if you have an equipped monster... that particular, the Faithful Adventure is the one that protects your monster while something is equipped.
Yeah, you can overlook that fact for sure. The little battle protection that you get as the equip card, it comes up too. Now it looks like he's going to overlay with the Sprint. He's considering maybe using the Beaver. Yep, never mind. He's just going to use Beaver.
Just 2 Beavers. We're going to go with the Gigantic Spright.
Or the Gigantic?
That's going to lead to a whole bunch of monsters once it goes through. Gonna activate the Gigantic Spright, detaching the Nimble Beaver on the Resolution. Special summon out Spright Blue. Spright Blue is going to activate, of course, leading into the next card.
Blue this turn? No, I normal summoned it. I'll attempt to use blue.
Now, is it going to be a Jet or a Carrot? We're going to go for the Carrot.
Add Carrot.
Yep, Carrot is a solid one to use against Labrynth. Being able to negate a spell or trap card is huge.
I'll attempt to enter battle phase.
This is 16, 14, that's 3,000, 5,000, 71. So this will be enough if Johnny has less than 7,100 life points, and I think he does. Wasn't drawn.